Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee, maybe a seltzer, definitely a snack. You're gonna need it. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those days. It really is. So, I don't know if you guys heard about this one or not, but food and other consumer goods, they're no longer making their way from point A to point B in the United States, which faces a crippling supply chain bottlenecks that threaten to cause mass starvation. And the latest complaint comes from the livestock industry, which says it is just days away from an animal feed crisis if rail lines fail to get their act together quickly. Yeah. And according to reports, many feed users in California and other southwestern states have have to pay like $3 more than the Chicago Board of Trade, the CBOT, price to secure grain shipments by truck, as rail bottlenecks are not only not improving, yeah, but in some cases it's worsening. It is. And AgWeb, okay, which is it's another like website type thing, says that not only are feed users on the brink of running out of grain entirely, but there's also widespread concerns that come autumn, not me, autumn, fall, in September, October, during harvest time, the situation will be exponentially worse. So, members of the National Grain and Feed Association, or NGFA, say that the issues they now face really started ramping up just late last winter and early spring. And this prompted the Service Transportation Board, or STB, to hold a hearing about the matter. But so far, nothing has improved. And the hope was that once summer arrived, the situation would resolve itself at least somewhat. Instead, the problem just got worse, including labor issues that just got worse, not better at all by any means. And then this guy, Mike Seifert, he's the president and CEO of NFGA, said, "What I'm hearing from our members is fewer equipment issues, and that the equipment and the engines seem to not be breaking down, but the train times, the amount of time it's taking to get the trains, and the reliability of receiving them is still quite a problem in quite a few areas of the country." So, just to be clear, these are not necessarily just small food providers who are unable to secure feed shipments due to being smaller players. Nay, nay. Even large players like Foster Farms, the largest chicken producer in the western US, they're having problems too, okay? And according to reports, Foster Farms recently asked federal regulators to issue an emergency service calling on the Union Pacific Railroad to prioritize corn shipments to feed its thousands of heads of dairy cattle and millions of chickens and turkeys. Yeah. And the company wrote in its request, the point has been reached when millions of chickens will be killed and other livestock will suffer because Union Pacific service failures. And the fact that Foster Farms had to even ask for an emergency directive toward this end reveals the seriousness of this issue. At times in the past several months, they have heard from more than one member that has had severe difficulty getting feed and sometimes being within several hours of being short on feed for their turkeys, for their chickens. And it is said that the biggest problem in all of this whole scenario revolves around labor. There are simply not enough people willing or available to work. And according to the NGFA, railroads were already down about 25% in staffing prior to the pandemic. And now they are much worse in terms of maintaining a reliable and large enough workforce. So, are you just as upset as I am about this? Yeah. Also, this week, 51 members of the House of Representatives, I know it's going to affect your food too, I know, signed a letter calling on the STB to deal with the systematic issues that continue to plague America's failing railway systems. Yeah, just deal with it. Pretty much sweep it under the rug. We don't want to hear about it anymore. That's that. It's disgusting. It really is. Alright guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. But you know what? Really quick though. With this, all of this being said, you know, it's obvious that this is going to affect our food supply chain even more with chickens, turkeys, holidays, right? Even pork products. It's going to affect all of our meat supplies. So, it could even affect our pet supplies, our pet food. Keep prepping, guys. Fearless. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. We have to if we want to survive this chaos. We all know what's coming. All right. I'll see you later.